Together, ready?
Yeah.
Legends in Training is a D&D podcast for adults. Comments and content warnings found in the
episode description.
Last time on Legends in Training.
I truly appreciate your assistance, my champion. And he begins to bow. My name is Kalamesh.
I believe they've killed Castiel. And unfortunately, maybe Echo too.
And that fucking squawking bitch killed both of us. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say bitch. Now you have a bottle full entirely of unicorn tears. You can use this to bring one person back from death.
Maybe we head to the shadow plane next.
Robbing a belt of cloud giant strength, a dagger filled with wishes, and 3 different rocket launchers.
He immediately wishes for Octavius back.
There we go.
Octavius appears back.
I walk up, undo my hood. I can help.
He looks and he's, who are you?
I just came from the wilds. We're looking for someone.
As the steed comes up from the shadow, I slap it on the ass and send it charging towards the door.
Amicus walks over, starts to stick his hand closer to the lava. The lava isn't hot.
As Amicus begins to stick his arm into lava, the illusion fades away. There's some others that are from the material plane. As you guys are getting up towards the door, the stairs drop and turn into a slide.
Whee! I go and sit on the slide backwards.
Amicus sits down on the slide as if he had just slid down, raises his hands up, says "we" backwards, and zip, he zooms past Echo.
As Castiel is wrecking the room, he's just, where is he? Why is he not here? What a fucking coward.
Just this paper with some chicken scratch on it.
That's not chicken scratch.
I pass it to him.
In the markings that you see, you can read, "Fool, Castiel, you will not succeed. Enjoy this ring."
And I turn towards Psionica. It's like, can you talk back with Mom and see if she can help us possibly bring over their teammates?
I just need to build up what power I have. The door opens up, and you guys see 2 figures come walking through. One in a kind of sleazier outfit, and one that looks like a spider.
Castiel? You're alive?
Shh. Pillow guy doesn't talk. Hi, I'm Dakota, and I'll be playing Castiel today.
Hey, Dakota, how about you chill the fuck out and let me get it started? Hey guys, welcome to Legends in Training. Joined as always is me, Judge Zack. I'm your dungeon master. Hey, how you doing? Here comes our group of cool friend guys and girls.
Hi, I'm Dakota, and I'll be playing Castiel today. He's so excited to see Pillow Guy.
Speaking of which, hey, I'm Tyler, and I guess this week I'll be back to playing Sandira, possibly more Amicus. He hasn't left yet. Sandira is an Eldrin warlock elf, and Amicus is a shadow elf ranger guy. 2-character game. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Phoenix. I'm playing Aranea and Kix, so you can get the best of both worlds.
You get the best of both.
Copyrighted.
Let's go, Miley. Let's go, Miley.
Take your crotch out at shows.
Then you do all the blow.
Hey guys, this is Madison, and once again, we are here playing Echo, our wonderful grave cleric. I'm not ready for the sexual harassment to start again.
We really need an HR department.
All right, guys. So you are in the bottom basement dungeon of the castle. The portal has just opened, and Sandira has come walking through with Aranea.
Oh my God. Cass, there is so much that we need to talk about.
Shh, Pillow Guy doesn't talk. And then I give you a hug.
There's a lot of tears. I thought you were dead.
What?
I thought you were dead.
I'm not dead.
We almost died.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we almost
There
died.
were-
There's a lot to tell on our end,
There
too.
was a lot.
I didn't have to kill my dad.
Your dad's okay?
You did that.
Fuck
Everything
everybody
that
who didn't believe in me. So,
Oh my God. Sandira, I am so sorry. I really wanted to be there.
Well,
What happened?
so come to find out, Aranea and these guys named Woodsley, and there was Octavius. There was like a bird and then a fox, and then they went into this castle. Aranea and Octavius did, and they found him. He was just standing there, and there was this crown over his head, and that was the crown. You know, he was not himself. And when they went to go leave, a big gun got shot at him from my dad, and he's not like that. So I immediately was just like, we got to go in there and get him. And so we had this other guy traveling with us, and he was one of the hidden daggers, and we got him to
Who?
was it Doug? Larry. This is Larry. That was Larry.
You do know
Do I
Larry.
know who Larry is?
You know who Larry is. He was a pretty solid guy. He was a confidant for you every now and again.
How is Larry?
Sandira puts his hand on Cass's shoulder. Larry's gone, man.
Your friend almost got me killed, by the way, just so you know.
I'm really sorry.
He was one of the good ones.
And he was helping us sneak into the castle where my dad was, and just by a roll of fate, he got found out after we were locked away with like a cloud giant, and the giants were under some sort of mind control from the crown too, and we were able to go in and remove that from the giants and my dad, and immediately Cudgel saw us, and he was making an escape, and I heard him say, as he opened the portal, I could hear Crookjaw, I believe, say that they had killed you. And we immediately ran to where my dad was. He was fine, and the other armies from the Fae helped us extract my dad, and the giants were no longer under mind control, and hundreds of hidden daggers were just stomped by the giants, because they all went berserk as soon as they realized they were under a mind control. But yeah,
What happened with the crown?
my brother made us this belt of dispel magic, and Aranea threw it to where they were gathered, and when it activated, it removed the magic from the crown, and also there was a portal to the unicorns that was closed, and it just, everything kind of fell apart for them. And of course, in typical Cudgel fashion, he immediately turned tail and run. We all were able to make it back, and my dad immediately got to work. We opened a portal and found where they were keeping the unicorns. And we went in, and as angry as we all were, we slaughtered them and let the unicorns free. That's where we are. Everyone's back in the Fae, and we're all safe and sound. From what I understand, my dad's okay, but it wasn't without its loss of blood.
Yeah, don't you like his new muscles? Don't his new muscles look great? He got that from his unicorn. Look how
Is he
much bigger
ripped
he
now?
is.
Yeah, he's gone from like twink to twunk.
Twonk.
You notice Sandira's vest is fitting him a little tighter than it used to.
We might be the same bra size now.
You saw Cudgel in person?
Yes. And I cannot say that he was bad looking, for a lack of a better term. I think you have different issues than I do, but we'll get to that later.
What issues do you have with him?
That I don't have them.
Oh my God.
For those playing the drinking game at home, that is another shot for Aranea being horny.
And then not going to do anything about it.
I'm so sorry I wasn't there.
You know, I do wish you were, but at the same time, I think it turned out the way it needed to.
That smoke trail that the Raven could see, it led to my sister. A portal that took me to my sister.
That took you, or you went into it?
I was drawn to it.
Into it.
I talk now.
A lot's happened on our end too. I
Fun-
don't even know where to begin.
Well, we can begin with the fact that we've been here for 3 weeks.
Really, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
How long were we out?
3 weeks.
No, like a week.
Oh, y'all, don't worry about time. Do not focus on time
That's
here.
why I'm saying
We're
3 weeks.
in a bunch of different realms and stuff. Don't worry about the time because things are gonna get weird and you're gonna question things. Don't look at time. If you bring in time, the people are gonna start questioning time. We don't need the people questioning time.
So you found your sister.
Yeah.
Isn't she like right
And
here?
But she's like 10 years older than me now.
She's like right behind you.
Yeah.
Not you. Not you. She's behind Castiel.
I want to look past Castiel like, hello. Honestly, out the way, you. What's your name?
In the moment that one of you says something about Psionica, Sandira, a familiar hand places itself on your shoulder. Maybe not so familiar to you, but familiar to some people in this room. A scaled hand, as the mentioning of his love is stated.
Hey guys.
Immediately, Psionica meets eyes with her lover and says, Simon? And she runs into his arms.
Psionica, I told you that no matter where you went, I'd find a way. I'd find a way.
You died.
You very much died.
Why? How are you here?
He like straightens his back and he looks at Castiel and he goes, and he sticks his hand out to shake it. Sorry or thanks.
I look down at his hand. I look back up at him. I take a step in and I hug him.
Simon embraces him and he looks over at Psionica.
Who is still in the hug as well. So now you have both siblings in a deep hug.
Okay, I think I'm a little sore still.
As I'm hugging you, I whisper in your ear. It goes, I owe you my life.
That's what I do, bud. That's what I do.
Roll me a history check at disadvantage. Something to notice about Simon is he is still the same guy. There is this kind of fatigue to him. He's as if someone was killed and then brought back to life.
You said it was disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
9.
You can't remember too much up to coming through this portal at this point. You know you woke up on a table. Psionica's mother was there. Sandira was there. Aranea was there. And Psionica's dad was there. Simon doesn't really know.
Sandira, I'm so sorry. This is Amicus and Simon.
Amicus goes forward. Hi, Sandira. I've heard a lot about you. Hey, Amicus. I haven't heard a thing about you.
Oh, I quite like him. He's been the highlight of this entire fiasco.
I do what I can. And Simon goes up to him and also awkwardly like stiffens his back and sticks a hand out and goes, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And Sandira just, after seeing the embrace between them two.
Sandira actually already kind of knows Simon. You guys have been talking back and forth for a little while, the past little bit. Sandira came in at the moment where Simon's revival kind of happened. Simon was brought to a table and brought back to life through the power of the Maidens of Light. They are very strong and very adept at what they need to do. And on top of that, Simon's body was still in very good condition. Brought very quickly by Castiel's father, and because of some kind of magic that was keeping his body from decomposing.
Sandira, I mean, long story short, Crookjaw shot an arrow of death at me and Simon took the blow at the last second and saved my life. And I think that might have been what you heard.
Because he believes you're dead. The last I heard.
He did.
He
did?
still might.
He wrote you a note.
Oh, he did.
He wrote you a little love letter.
I forgot about that. There's a lot going on right now, but Simon's the reason I am alive.
Simon, again, thank you. You saved my best friend.
Echo would very much like to go ahead and use Eyes of the Undead just to verify that there's no hanky-panky going on with Simon walking around right now.
You, your eyes light a glow, and you can definitely see traces of undead on Simon, but you also see them gradually and very slowly kind of dissipating.
Okay.
As if maybe it was a form of necromantic undead sorcery that got him to be alive, and his body is sort of getting itself back into like a regulated, actually living state.
Like rejuvenating.
Kind of, sort of.
Simon responds with, "It's a watcher's duty." And then he finds the closest thing to sit down on and plants his blade into the ground and just sits and goes, "It's good to be back. Good to be back."
I mean, I'm a little shook right now. Echo, do you want to fill them in?
Let me think. We have been traveling through hell, being chased by shadow abominations. That's been a lot of fun. They were disgusting. It was awful. I think Castiel may have pledged himself to some unknown lesser deity that is currently trying to make a comeback. That's interesting. So has his sister. I think it's a 2-for-1 deal. Let me think. You almost died, but you didn't. You died, and now you're back, and I'm still figuring that one out.
So the ritual was complete. It was successful.
It's been fantastic. Very proud of him. Very proud of him.
Yeah, because right before.
We attempted to sneak into the city. That went about as well as it could. I got shot in the leg by a ballista.
Oh, wow. I knew I felt something.
And then I may be cursed, but we're going to get to that at some point. I'm not entirely sure yet.
Or cursed your dad. God, Dad.
Do you want me to tell the story, or would you like to go ahead and take over?
No, please go ahead.
Sandira goes, "Not a thing has changed. Not a thing has changed with these two, huh? Huh, Aranea?"
Can I do the panther thing?
Oh, yeah. You went full panther.
It just, yeah.
Do you transform?
Yeah,
now?
Echo's going to do it. Just to fucking do it.
Do you go full panther or do you go half panther?
Yeah, half panther.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Well, that's so cute, actually.
Don't touch me.
When
Damn it.
Echo turns into a panther, their size, like, they're the tallest person in the party now.
Wow.
Are they muscular or are they like lanky?
Like build, not like Leonidas, right? Like not like Leonidas, but it's an athletic. It's significantly different from like the little tiny thing that is Echo's sleeper build.
Sandira taps, hits Aranea on the shoulder. If you practiced.
Oh, trust me, I'm going to practice.
We are talking about the turning into animals, right?
Oh, so
Yeah, sure.
So we saved the unicorns. I met the unicorn in person.
So you're like super juiced now, right?
In a way.
Now that they're free and all that, you got like all your powers plus some.
Yeah,
I mean, look at him.
I feel a bit stronger. His name is Kalamesh, and he did this. And you see me grab what is now a glaive off my back, which, by the way, I'm a summer elf now. I look a lot similar to Tyrion. The hair is like red, skin is orangish looking, and when I grab it, since we're in the shadow, I guess it's kind of dark. When I grab it, you see me light up like a more orangish glow, and my hair kind of flows like fire, and I take the blunt end of the glaive and I jab it into the ground, and you see like this curved blade coming off the end of it with the little red piece of fabric Pishka gave me right up under the blade. He turned it into this.
Are you gonna let that one get stolen by a bear too?
Oh, no. And I do the thing where I just kind of whoosh my hand away and it disappears.
I got some neat tricks too. I pledged to the Shadow King.
I cannot wait to find out what implications that has.
I'm sure
what?
nothing bad. Also, apparently the Shadow King was the one who gave me this, the Raven Dagger.
Oh.
This may be the important time to inform you that Kalimvor has a vested interest in this as well. I haven't quite figured that part out yet.
And
Yeah,
the Shadow
in the
King?
thing, yeah. I meant to tell you that earlier, but then, I collapsed.
My dad's alive too, which I think you've met him now.
Yeah. Knox.
But all the fathers went out and on their venture to find all the kids, they found this lost civilization of people who used to worship this deity called the Shadow King.
Wow.
And if you pledge to the Shadow King, he grants you these awesome powers. And I said, sign me up.
Huh. Yeah, he was telling me him and Amicus banded all these guys together to try and come get the kids back. This is something.
Oh, you want to see my neat thing?
Yeah, and at that point, Simon taps Sandir on the shoulder. He's like, yeah, the ritual was pretty gnarly. I didn't get to see most of it, but it was pretty gnarly.
And at that point, you'll see Castiel step into someone's shadow nearby, and then he just sinks down into the ground. And then he moves around. I move around, and I come up behind you and rise up from the shadow behind you.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
And I tap you on the shoulder.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
I could do some other things too, but this space is a little cramped, I
Yeah.
think.
Some stuff
I can pull a horse out of a shadow.
Out of his ass.
Out of his ass.
Yeah, some stuff you can show Miss Buns. Oh.
Ooh, yay. Sandira.
Wait, what?
We'll talk.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, we've already done
Hold
this
on.
thing.
What's going on?
Echo shifting back down to itty bitty.
Ooh. Okay.
I go stand next to Echo as I watch Sandira. Yes. Story time.
Bud. Cass. Me and you.
I'm
Is she
listening.
okay?
Sandy, Cass, Sandcastle. Okay. I saw Miss Buns before we left. Mm-hmm. Congratulations, you're dead.
Yay!
And the last thing I told her the day before we left is that you're dead.
Yay!
What the fuck?
I believed you were dead.
Psionica looks and goes, I'm an ant?
She's
And-
pregnant? Is that even possible?
And Simon goes, I call Uncle.
Don't look at me. I'm not that kind of doctor. Don't look at me. I'm not that kind of doctor.
With the way that bunnies breed, you might have quite a few of them. Aren't you excited?
Or the fact that you're this is Sandira again. The fact that you're an elf or weird elves, we only have one at a time. So it could be one big bunny elf, a belf even.
I don't like that one. We'll workshop that one.
An Alfonso.
Better.
What do I do?
We'll figure that out when we get back.
I told you it was going to be a good
This
What
story.
are you
portal-
laughing at over there?
This
Nothing.
portal is still open. Psionica looks at you guys and goes, well, it looks like we did it. I think we should all go back to Noctis through here and just hash everything out there. The people of this town can get themselves set back up. And she picks up Simon and she begins to start limping him over through the portal.
It's not-
Can I go back upstairs real quick and go smash that thing that's in the ceiling?
Yeah.
Simon is-
Kicks. Come on, let's go home.
All right.
Simon puts Sionica's hair behind her ear and he's like, you got a particular glow about you.
I almost had my way and he was gone.
And they all kind of smirk and laugh as they go through the portal. Your dad, not too far behind, goes, Amicus,
Yes.
let's go see our wives and figure out what we're gonna do.
Okay. I guess it'd be a good place to just regroup and get some resources together and figure out what the next move is.
I'm going to go destroy that thing.
Do we need that thing?
I know that they don't need it.
But don't we need it?
We'll find out.
Is that not the thing that's helping with the portal? Wait a minute.
No, I'm destroying the other thing.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Amicus and your father, Nox, go walking through the portal. Dakota. What's your AC?
15.
Okay.
Why?
Make me a perception check at advantage because of alert.
10.
Not great. As everyone else has walked through the portal, you feel a chill up your spine. And as you turn around, you feel a dagger get thrust. And you catch it, but a piece of it goes into your stomach. And you hear, "Did you think it would be that easy?" Yeah. And I need everyone except for Castiel to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage. Castiel, you don't have to make it.
We know how much Echo loves those.
You need to make a 16.
All right, just going to read them off.
At disadvantage?
You get 9 piercing damage done to you. At disadvantage, it's just Sandira.
Okay.
Also, I'll explain the rest.
21.
In a second. You pass. You take half damage.
It's a crit fail.
17.
17. Okay, so you two both pass. You only take half of this. You take the full of it. Okay. 11 points of acid damage as this hulking dragonborn with a crooked face that looks like it was bludgeoned at one point lets out this putrid acidic breath that smacks all of you. And as he does that, he throws out this thing and it nullifies the portal. And they both look at you. The one throws you over into the group as you all stand there with Cudgel on one side and Crookjaw on the other. And they both look at you, and Cudgel goes, "Castiel, it's not too late. We can always welcome you back into the fold. We're so desperate for new members lately. We just can't find good help, clearly." And Crookjaw, behind everyone, goes,
You still want his ass? He's a traitor. We can't trust him.
"Come now, Crookjaw. He's been one of our best agents. Surely we can work something out." As he's pointing a dagger towards you. And as that happens, 4 hidden daggers kind of come looming out of the shadows.
And you hear Sandira start to kind of chuckle. He's like,
What's so funny?
must be hard to find good help under the feet of all those giants, huh? Or how about the ones we slaughtered where you were keeping the unicorns? Could always find those for help.
Or the ones that were skewered by a ballista outside. That was good.
Or the one we murdered in the alleyway.
That one happened.
No wonder they're desperate for help, Cass.
You really made this easy.
Well, we tried. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. Okay. Dakota, what'd you get?
14.
Sandira.
19.
Aranea.
12.
And Echo.
Echo got a 13.
I am not doing well.
You're not? How are you so hurt already?
Because we haven't rested.
That's true.
So storming the castle and all that damage I took.
Storm the gates! Yeah, that's true.
Oh no, it was clarified that Echo was perfectly fine once we unlocked this Panther shit. So Echo's great.
Echo's doing very well. Echo will do very well for a little bit. We start at the top of the initiative. Cudgel swerves his way in and goes to make a stab on Castiel.
So as
got
Cudgel
you.
gets within 10 feet, I'm going to opportunity attack.
Cudgel goes to sway and move his way in as Sandira goes to make a strike.
Not so fast, you motherfucker. That is a 23.
That hits.
That is 8 points of damage.
He nimbly moves. He avoids a fatal wound, but still gets nicked as he goes to stab into Castiel. A 13 hit. Is the 13 gonna hit? Is my
It
boss?
does not hit.
Is my boss's little ass 13 gonna hit? Fuck! Oh no! This is what I was worried about when I said it could be fast. I could roll bad. Okay, he
I
goes
don't
in.
break eye contact, and I just swiftly just roll my shoulder back as he misses.
He, for a moment, you can see a break in his cool, stoic nature, and then he kind of snaps himself back into it. And then we move on to a legendary action. Cudgel looks at one of the hidden daggers and says, "Do something." And one of them runs in and goes to make a stab at Sandira. 13.
Nope.
All right, it misses. And Cudgel starts to get a little pissed after that miss.
I look at the hidden dagger and I'm like, you won't be the first one I've killed.
Roll intimidation.
What happened?
Oh, Lord.
10.
Not enough. You notice some markings and this hidden dagger is just kind of locked in. He's not affected at all by what you say. Next, we move on to Sandira. It's your turn.
I'm going to use a bonus action, all glowy and stuff. I'm going to set my hand on the Castiel, and I'm going to use healing light. As the fiery glow that engulfs me starts to engulf you, we're going to use 2d6 to heal you. You get 6.
Yeah, that's good. So I imagine as he touches my shoulder and I'm still making eye contact with Crookjaw, I just glow and I smirk a little.
I'm going to use my glaive and a hidden cudgel. Cudgel's the one at us. It's Cudgel.
Yep, Cudgel's right in there.
All right.
I thought Crookjaw was the one who swung at me.
It was Cudgel.
Does a 25 hit?
25 does hit. Fuck. Guys, no, please, let my boss do things.
That's 12 damage.
Do you do anything else?
No, I've already
Say anything?
I've already used my bonus action.
You go and you stab into Cudgel again, slicing into him, and he looks like he is the facade is breaking. He pulls out another knife. Now he has 2 daggers in hand, and he goes to stab into you. He's using a legendary action to make a second or an extra attack onto you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You better get some new dice.
Fuck this fucking game, dude. Fuck Dungeons and Dragons, and fuck you, dude. Anyway, Cudgel misses. He rolls about I think a 10.
Yeah,
Does a 10 hit?
So I
Hold on, wait. Does a 10 hit though?
No.
Okay, well,
So
whatever.
I swing at him, and as he brings that around to I'm guessing my ribs, I use the back end of the glaive to knock his hand away. That glaive is glowing. He should know what the fuck is up, dude. He should know what it is.
Hell yeah. He's pissed. He's like, you think you're all better than me? I'll show you. It moves to Crookjaw. Crookjaw comes humbling up over to Aranea and Echo. And you see him pull this giant club from his back, and he goes to swing with it.
Why didn't we get the other one?
Because you flirt with him.
Gonna charm my way out of this.
Does a 10 hit?
No.
Fuck. He's got multi-attack, though.
He's got multi-attack now.
Does a 14 hit Echo?
You know a 14 doesn't hit Echo. You know that. No, it'd be the shield coming up. Just the fucking clock.
How does Aranea avoid the great club coming and hitting her?
A very delicate and graceful steps aside.
He swings and misses, and then he, in a fury, goes to swing on the little changeling and clangs against the shield surprisingly strong stance as he snaps and snarls. And it moves on to Castiel.
With my eye contact with Cudgel, I tell him, I believe there's a debt to be repaid.
Okay.
And then I...
Zack, you're actually crying!
Okay, be nice.
Be gentle. You
I'll
gotta
be back
gentle.
for you. And I'll bonus action disengage. I'll run up behind Crookjaw And as I run up behind him, and I am going to take my Raven Dagger and slam it into his left shoulder and drag it across the top.
Okay, roll.
There's a 22 hit.
Yeah, you have sneak attack because he's surrounded by your other two friends.
Oh, yes.
Guys, they were going to be so cool.
Ooh, and I have Elven Accuracy.
Yeah, and you have Elven Accuracy. That doesn't matter because you're not rolling with advantage, but it is a thing.
Oh, yeah, that's only with advantage. That is 8 points of dagger damage.
Echo, it's your turn.
It's Echo's turn. Cool. Echo is, he's right there, right? Like, Crookjaw is right fucking there.
Crookjaw is right in your shit.
Yeah, one of those, like, blackened hands is just gonna snatch out and just, like, you know, like those horror movies where it's, like, straight to the face? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just inflicting wounds. That is the melee spell attack. What is that? There's a 17 hit.
Yeah.
Cool. 13 points of necrotic damage.
Roll me an extra d10, please.
Okay. It's a 10.
Fuck you! That's 23, right?
Of necrotic damage, yes.
Fine, okay. As Echo goes to attack Crookjaw and does the necrotic hand, you notice that the necrotic feels good.
Oh, fuck.
And you can feel that when it pumps through you, there's this extra juice coming from something. And that's why that extra damage happened. Aranea, it's your turn.
Can I activate my Halo of Spores?
Sure, how does that work?
Surrounded by an invisible necrotic spore, when you unleash them on a creature nearby, use your reaction to deal 1d4 necrotic damage to the creature unless it succeeds a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC.
Gotcha, okay. So what does it cost for you to go into spore mode? Is it a bonus action?
It's a reaction. When Crookjaw moves into her space, as a reaction, she can activate it. Like, for, like, flavor, the thing is that these things are always on her. They're always around.
Right. Okay. He nat 20'd that. He did eat those up and go, nom, 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 nom.
I love spiders.
As he eats up the spiders. Okay, but now you have your action and your bonus action you still got. So.
Right, well, then I am going to cast Infestation.
Okay, what do I do there?
Let's succeed a Constitution saving throw.
Does a 13 pass?
Nope.
Okay.
1d6 of poison damage and move. And you gotta move 5 feet in a random direction.
Okay.
5. That's the first time I ever hit anything.
He gets covered in this infestation, which I assume is like a swarm of spiders.
Mm-hmm.
And he begins to panic and run away and runs directly in the opposite direction of the fight, 5 feet. Because he did not control his movement, there's no opportunity attacks. Kids, don't get crazy.
We are sending the plagues down upon this man.
Next, the 4 hidden daggers. Yep. One of them goes in to attack Castiel. What's your AC?
15.
Yeah, 12 ain't gonna do it, huh?
Nope.
Cool. One of them gonna go for Sandira. How about a 7?
Nope.
Well, you go for Aranea. How about a 9?
No.
Who's gonna go for Echo? How about 15?
Meets it, beats it, actually.
Did you read the were tiger stuff?
Yeah, I don't think that affects my AC, does it, right now?
There's this very specific thing there in the were tiger stat block.
Oh my god, you guys, I am immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
Are these non-magical attacks?
The hidden dagger ones are.
Are they silvered weapons?
No.
No, I'm immune to this
They're
shit.
they're just low-level peons.
So I'm so sorry, Zach, but it doesn't do anything.
With the power of friendship.
9.
Whoa.
It would have been 9.
So what, does this shit just literally just bounce off of Echo right now?
I think it not being silver, I think this dagger plunges into you, and when they pull it out, it just immediately pulls itself back in and heals. For people who have been spending a lot of time around Echo, they would know that they kind of do this naturally anyway, so they probably don't notice anything different.
The guy who stabbed you definitely does.
Last legendary action. Does a 13 hit anyone?
No.
No.
God damn it.
This is like his fifth single-digit roll.
Meets it for Aranea. For 13.
Fuck you.
I have something.
There's 3 of you. Hold on, let me roll a d6. If it's a 1 or a 3, or no, if it's a 1 or a 4, it hits Aranea. Fuck yeah. Cudgel yells at Crookjaw and says,
Hit them, you oafish buffoon. Yes, sir.
and he swings down his great club among Castiel, Echo, and Aranea, and manages to make a connection on Aranea, slamming into her shoulder, sending a shock of pain through your arm. And then he begins to start smiling, and Cudgel finally is like, yes, now you'll know pain. And it moves back to Cudgel's turn. Cudgel is going to attack Sandira, who is the only one left in front of him. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay. Next, we move on to Sandira.
You almost got me there. I take the glaive, pull back, and I'm just going to go for a stab. Does a nat 20 hit?
Yeah, it does.
So the first hit at max would have been 16. That's 26.
That's okay.
And then I pull that out, and I quickly take my right arm
God damn
at
it.
the other end of the glaive, and I flip it around to hit him with the other end of the...
Thank God Sandira hasn't casted like Hex or something. This would be fucking shitty.
The 17 hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now it's just a D4.
I thought I just saw you roll that D6. I'm sorry.
No, it's a D4 now. So that's another 10 damage.
Is that the end of Sandira's turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Legendary action for Cudgel.
Mm-hmm.
Takes out a vial and he coats his weapon in it. His weapon glows red and then it fades into this orangish color. Make me a nature check.
11.
Doesn't look good. If you get hit with it, it could be bad. Of course, he does have to hit something first. It's Crookjaw's turn. Gonna swing his club down on Castiel. 17.
That hits.
Holy shit, you guys, I might fight him. 4 damage as this club comes slamming down on your chest. Ugh, you say.
I wince a little, but I keep one eye trained on him.
The whole time, Castiel's not stopped looking at Crookjaw. Castiel, it's your turn.
As I take the hit to the chest, my raven dagger starts glowing this purplish hue.
You've ripped up his shoulder, by the way. He's definitely torn apart.
And then I'm going to summon a psionic dagger in my other hand. I'm going into his left shoulder again. I'm trying to lacerate and separate everything. So for the first attack, that's a critical fail.
Do you have a second attack?
Only if the first attack hits.
Wonderful. As you go to swing in that dagger, Crookjaw moves his arm and catches your hand, just narrowly avoiding the knife with his long dragon fingers, and looks at you and goes,
You'll not get me with the same trick twice, boy.
Then I go, how about this for new tricks? Spit in his face and then bamf behind him.
Oh shit, where'd he go?
you do that. That works. Echo.
So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to activate my trap card. No, we're just going to bring out spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon comes
Yeah,
out.
we're going to go ahead. We're going to pull up the glowing golden shovel that I love. That's going to come out. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hit Crookjaw with it first.
Yep.
Just smack him with the shovel.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, a 9 doesn't hit, does it?
9 doesn't hit. Yes, we're coming back, boys.
That's okay.
It's like tug of war, except I got fucked in the beginning.
I'm gonna.
Is that not how tug of war goes?
The shovel's just gonna move to the other side of him and then hit him again.
Does it have to attack?
Yeah, it does. I can move it and hit again. There's a 16 hit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. As mentioned just a little bit earlier in the podcast, 16 does hit Crookjaw.
Hey, Zach.
Shut up. What is it?
Well, first and foremost, I rolled the wrong dice, so forgive me.
Okay,
Give me a
good,
second.
good,
Let me
good,
try
good,
that
good.
again. Let me try that again.
No, I'm less mad. All right.
7. Force damage. Bop.
Awesome. As it slams into
You just
him.
smack him upside the head.
Legendary action. Cudgel looks at Crookjaw and goes, "Use the vial, you fool." And he takes the vial out and he coats his club with it. And you see it turn this bright red, and then it slowly fades to this orange. This orangish glow. Everyone else, if you want to make a nature check, you can. You feel like that makes sense.
10.
That is a 21 on Echo.
17.
Echo and Aranea both know this is a very poisonous toxin that comes from a plant that, if used properly, is good for medicinal purposes like removing pain, making it easier for someone to die with less struggling, but also helps to put somebody under during like surgery. It all depends on the dosage. These dosages that they've put on their blades are very lethal, very much lethal doses. If they hit you, it depends on how much actually gets in you, but it could be very, very dangerous. Okay, Aranea, it's your turn.
I want to cast Thunderwave. Make a Constitution saving throw. Can I target it towards Crookjaw? Does that work? Like technically not in the center of me?
You know what? If it's a target and not from yourself, then I think you can finagle it in a way that you can only hit Crookjaw.
It's each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so it's just
So 7 foot away. So it'll hit Echo and Crookjaw, but it won't hit you.
No. That's a 5 on Echo.
Yes! Crookjaw passed! What is it?
What is
What
it?
happens if they pass?
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
How much was it? 4. Go flying back 15. Or flying to the side 15 feet.
Trying to slam the staff down to try to like skid.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. That's so
Superhero
cool.
landing.
Yeah.
All right. It's Hidden Dagger's turns. One attacks Sandira. One attacks Castiel. 17.
That hits. Well, I bamfed away. Did they run up to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 damage. The 11 doesn't hit Aranea, right? Nat 20 on Echo?
Yeah.
Let's go. It's 8 damage.
It's 8 damage. I'm going to go
It's
ahead.
8 slashing damage. Fuck.
Yeah.
God, I crit on the one it doesn't fucking matter on.
And I'm going to go ahead and cast Hellish Rebuke again.
Okay.
So then dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
That doesn't do it.
Fucking stupid. Stupid.
That doesn't do it. Where's my other D10?
Moron.
God, I hate. That is, yeah, that's going to be 10 fire damage.
All right. It is Cudgel's turn. Cudgel's going to try to stab Sandira. His blade is now coated with a very deadly poison. Ready? Here we go. Does a 10 hit?
it doesn't.
Isn't that so cool? It's my favorite part is I knew it wouldn't, but you know, as DM, it's my job to ask. You know, Sandira, it's your turn.
Sandira looks at Cudgel. Nice try. And I face step 10 feet behind him.
Okay.
And as I do, since I'm a summer elf, he's going to take 2 points of fire damage. So will the hidden dagger that was just behind me as I disappear into falling embers. And then from 10 feet behind him, I'm going to smack him with the glaive.
I'm so glad you said embers because the first thing in my brain was like Ghost Rider with the
I was thinking of like the singeing leaves falling down to the ground.
The embers, yeah, we can.
The embers and the singeing leaves.
Was an 11 hit?
Got to be an 18. He looks at you and goes, "Oh, good try. You almost had me."
So as soon as I miss, I just get back into like attacking position because I'm waiting on him. That glow is hidden. Them unicorns is flowing through me.
He's going to use his legendary action to command the hidden dagger that's next to you to try and attack again. Ooh, 20. 30.
That hits.
2 damage.
2.
Take that, bitch.
And I'm not going to use my reaction. I'm saving it. Because I know my reaction could probably kill this little guy.
We have matching reactions now. We're buddies.
Yay.
Little hellish rebuke buddies.
It's so funny, the mirror reflection between both sides of the split campaign. Like literally we just had the double Misty Step. We have the potential double hellish rebuke. There's so many weird redundancies in each separate story. I love it. Crookjaw's turn. He's gonna go for Castiel first.
Ooh.
Natural 20. Ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. As you take 11 damage.
16.
Okay. You take that 11 damage, and you feel your muscles begin to start waning. They become weak. All your attacks now are at disadvantage. Okay?
So, because I used my Bamf and it has not come back to my turn yet, I am resistant to all for 1 round.
What does that mean, resistance to all?
Resistance to all types of damage for 1 round.
Then roll that Constitution check with advantage.
Worse.
Okay. So this toxin is very potent. What you have been hit with would be enough to kill a man instantaneously, but your body naturally resists the toxin, and instead you're trying to fight it right now. You do feel your body getting weaker. You do have disadvantage on attacks. However, you only take 5 of that damage that was dealt to you a second ago.
Since I bamfed behind Aranea, did he have to run past her to get to me?
Yeah. Well, he ran away from them. So yeah, Aranea, if you'd like, you can make an attack of opportunity.
Do I only get like 1 reaction with the Halospores?
You get 1 reaction per round.
Per round. Oh,
So you have it again.
So I want to...
Yeah, rolling the con check. He definitely passes. It was like a 17.
Fuck, man. I'm finally using this shit and it's not working.
Welcome to
You've
D&D.
used it twice
Yeah,
and it
finally.
worked once.
Have you noticed Sandira in the past 5?
Oh my god, shut up with this.
I was just adding to the conversation.
Oh my gosh.
You cried real tears. Fuck you.
You had 1 character roll bad. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all
7.
at once roll bad.
And I'm gonna ask this of you, Zach. So my entanglement, right?
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Listen.
How will she use entanglement today?
So it says it has a range of 90 feet, right?
All right.
From a point within range. Can I use that to make the vines come out of the ground but push them up 90 feet? Is that how that works? Can I do that?
Before I say yes, what the fuck is your plan?
So I want to, from underneath him, use entanglement to grapple him and hold him in the air 90 feet because it is a concentration spell. And then when it goes away, have him drop 90 feet. So he's restrained for like whatever round. And then even when it goes away, he still has to make that like dropping damage.
Classic dropping damage.
Yeah, I don't fall
There's
damage,
shit
sorry.
everywhere. Okay, so it's a 20-foot square. You have a range of 90 feet, so you can shoot it out up to 90 feet, but it's a 20-foot square, so it'll bring him up 20 feet at most.
Yeah, the 90 feet is like your casting range. You can
Fucking
cast it up to like 90 feet away from you.
It was a creative ask. I gotta give it to her.
It is. How many spell slots? If you want to put more spell slots in it, I might consider moving them up, but you definitely gonna have to roll too.
I'm gonna just keep him, see if I can still do the same thing, but only 20 feet.
Okay, roll me an Arcana roll. This will be a very much lower DC or nature, either or.
I'm proficient in both. 22.
22? Wow. Okay, yeah. You cast this entanglement, and where most druids would cast and it would lay up about on the ground, your spider-like webs shoot up and create this massive 20-foot tall web that lifts him up to the very highest point, and now he's hanging up in the air. Next, we move on to Castiel. Crookjaw is now 20 feet up in the air in a web of entanglement.
How close is he to the ceiling?
He is at the top, as per Arena's request.
Everybody wave.
He is 20 feet up.
And we're caught on these vines.
If I meld into shadow, could I come out of the ceiling?
Wouldn't it? Yeah, wouldn't it cast a shadow? Oh, that's cool.
I don't know how shadowy this room is.
Yeah. Yeah, you can give it a shot.
Cool.
Roll me a dex check, acrobatics, something. Give me some kind of roll you're good at.
Yeah, acrobatics. It's a 21.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're out. You fucking...
So I meld into shadow, and as I come through the ceiling, I want to run my dagger through his left shoulder again.
Okay.
I love this pound of flesh bullshit that you're doing right
Dude,
now.
listen.
This is so good.
Could you imagine being held up almost to a ceiling and then just seeing a face come out of it in a
I come
blade?
out of the ceiling upside down.
I would give you advantage on the roll. Since you're being affected by the toxin, it's just a flat roll.
Flat roll makes it a dirty 20. So does that still get the sneak attack?
I don't think so.
6 points of dagger damage. Magic dagger damage.
We've invented a lot this session.
Dropping damage, dagger damage.
Magical reactions.
You rip into his shoulder, and you see as you are cutting through the tendons, and you finally feel of you separating the shoulder from the socket as his hand comes falling down to the ground, and he lets out a roar of pain.
You'll pay for that, you bastard.
As he says that, I'll lean down to his ear. I've paid my price, and now you've paid yours.
Now, roll me another con check.
17.
Let's say you do it at advantage again because you resisted the toxin when it happened.
17 was the higher.
17 was the higher. All right. You, as you're sitting there floating, kind of sticking your head out of the shadow, you feel a wooziness, a dizziness. You are stunned for this turn.
Does he fall out of the ceiling?
He does fall out of the ceiling.
Yeah, as a reaction, can Echo try to catch him?
Is my mechanical arm stunned?
Yes,
So I couldn't rope cannon that shit.
correct. Echo, make me a dex saving throw.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, I know you do, but if you
know
want
I
to catch
hate
him, man.
those. Oh, that sucks.
Actually, athletics, because that makes more sense for trying to run and catch something.
Well, I wish I had kept my fucking roll from the dex throw. Anyway, that would be a 12.
You can catch him if you want to take half the damage.
Yeah.
All right. You took 12, so 6 and 6.
You kept me from passing out.
I'm a cleric. It's what I do.
The thing that's causing me disadvantage on my attack rolls, was it necrotic?
No,
Okay, just
it's
making
poor.
sure.
It's a toxin.
I was just
in your
making
body.
sure I'm resistant to necrotic
You're
as a
good.
shadow elf, so I just want to make sure.
What kind of damage did I just take?
Bludgeoning.
Guess what I'm immune to?
Castiel's made of silver, huh? I put myself into a shitty corner just to do some kind of damage to Echo. Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Whose turn was that shit again? Fucking Castiel's.
That was the end of Castiel's turn.
Got it. Yeah. Echo. Yeah, it's your turn.
It's my
Echo.
turn now, Echo.
Fucking changeling bastard.
What's the gender neutral term for bastard? We got to figure that one out.
I think bastard is
it?
gender neutral.
It just
I think
means
you're safe there.
bastard is just a fancy way to say fatherless behavior.
Echo is full of that shit.
Yeah.
Or motherfucker, whichever.
Little shit.
So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and just burn out my final second spell, my second level spell slot. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on Crookjaw at second level,
Okay.
which is a range.
He is not looking great. He is missing an arm.
Yeah, it's a ranged spell attack. Let me. What do I add to that? I can't remember. It's my 4.
It
Yeah,
doesn't matter. It hits.
Fuck. Cool.
20 something.
Yeah, it's 20 something. So there's 2, 4, 6, 12 radiant damage. And the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage. Spiritual weapon is still up. He's within 20 feet of its last location. I'm going to smack him with the shovel.
Go ahead with it.
Is it a glorious shovel or is it just a gravedigger
No, it's
shovel?
a gravedigger's.
so
it's a
basic.
straight
Classic
gravedigger's.
wooden
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah, it's
rusty looking.
The only thing cool about it is that it glows.
That's great. I love that.
Oh, that might not hit. That won't hit. Yeah, the 11 won't hit. I have advantage. Wait.
Yep.
No.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the spiritual weapon won't hit.
Cool.
Oddly enough, spiritual weapon is like my worst rated spell.
So, you lay a blast into Crookjaw, and your spiritual weapon gets sent out and swings, and it misses and misses, and you think that it's Crookjaw trying to dodge, but it's just the swaying of the corpse after the blast resonated. And as the swinging stops, it slips and falls to the ground next to Castiel, who can see him, and Crookjaw looks at him and goes,
You'll get what's coming to you. And you didn't even get to finish me off.
Before he finishes that sentence, I close his jaw and I push it to the side and I slit his throat.
roll me something, because you're stunned right now.
Oh shit.
Roll me some kind of like constitution check of something. If you can beat a 15, I'll let you move just for this little thing.
No, it's a 6.
You still have the resistance thing going on, so you can roll with advantage.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as he's sputtering these words, I'll grab his muzzle and push it to the side. You don't get the last fucking word, and I slit his throat and let him choke on it.
He starts to sputter, and
Is this how you treat your father?
he dies. Castiel lays there. The blood starts to pool a little dangerously high. Could Castiel drown in this pool of blood? No, I'm just kidding.
Legitimately, that was pure adrenaline just to get that in, and then he just
Echo's got to
seizes
support
back
him.
up.
Cudgel not looking too well for wear either. Starts to look kind of panicked.
Oh, don't panic now.
Aranea, it is your turn.
Great. What enemy is the closest to me? Is it Cudgel or is it one of the other hidden daggers?
The hidden dagger that's been kind of riding on your back this whole time, kind of stabbing you.
Oh,
Everybody's had one. It's just kind of like, hey, I'm here.
I've just been ignoring mine.
So is
Everyone has except for someone did 10 damage. It was pretty good.
Oh, I did 2 fire damage when I faced up.
Just passively.
Yeah.
And the Hellish Rebuke. Yeah.
Can I cast Primal Savagery?
Yeah.
It's a big word for Elmo.
Big word. Primal magic that causes my teeth to sharpen. Ready to deliver an attack. All right, make a melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of you on the target on a hit. So I have to pass it first, don't I?
Yeah, you gotta roll it. Here we go.
Roll
That beautiful bean footage. Beans.
That was a 5.
You missed.
Fuck.
You gotta try and snap and snarl at him, and he goes, "Oh, look out!" All right, next, it moves on to the hidden daggers. Cudgel says, and you guys are gonna hate me, but he says, "Hold them back, you fools!" And each hidden dagger is gonna go and engage with one of you and try to attack. Sandira, yours misses. Aranea, yours misses. Echo, 19 plus 3.
Yeah, it's going to hit,
2 damage.
but it does nothing.
I hate.
You gave them that.
Castiel, 2 rolls because prone. 19 plus numbers.
Hits.
4 damage.
I'm unconscious.
Really not good for you. It moves on to Cudgel's turn. One of the hidden daggers gives him a signal in Thieves' Camp, and he looks excited for a moment. He clicks a switch on his belt, and he misty steps over to where Castiel is. He picks him up, and he puts a dagger to his throat, the one that is still glowing orange because he has not hit a single goddamn thing this whole cockfight. And he looks at you guys, and he goes, "All right, if you want to see Castiel ever again, I suggest everyone put their weapons down. I have the antidote to the toxin he is dying from, and I'll save him in exchange for passage." And he does nothing, but it looks like he is ready to action. If anybody tries to make an unsafe move towards him, he is going to stab Castiel. The 2 of you that made successful rolls on finding out the toxin, if Castiel takes this second stab, he is dead. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. He will just die. No death rolls, no nothing. What's going through Castiel's mind right now?
Do I still have my psychic connection to Psionica, right?
Is there a distance for that? I mean, with Psionica, fuck it. Yeah, you've still got your twin telepathy. I'll say that
it's 1 mile.
I'll say that since you guys went through that ritual together, there's a different kind of bond with you two, and you could even talk over planes if you want to.
In his head, he's just sigh. Sigh, are you there?
Cass, what happened? What happened?
It's Cudgel and Crookjaw. I got him back.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to see you.
I don't know if that's gonna happen, sis.
What do you mean?
I got Crookjaw, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I got him back.
What does that matter? If we lose you, what does that matter? And what are you guys gonna do?
Give me the layout. So how far away is Cudgel holding Cass, and then where are these two?
Because I thought that I had Castiel.
Well, you also were like casting spells and all
Yeah.
this stuff, so
Yeah.
like it's assumably you caught him, set him down, and were able to cast your spells. If not,
Right,
you
so-
wouldn't have been able.
So then how far away is he from Echo?
He's right next to you. He is 30 feet from Sandira, and he's about 10 feet away from Aranea. You're in a big room.
Okay. I want to use Grasping Eldritch Blast to snatch him away from Cudgel, tell Aranea to catch him, and then I'm face stepping to him and I'm ending this. This man's fucked with my family.
Interesting. So if you hit Castiel, that puts him failed 2 death saves, which will put him at 1 roll and he's dead. Okay. He has an action readied. I need you to make an initiative roll versus him. Okay? He has a +5.
What I'll also do is I'll take my blade. It's out of my hands.
He is not off guard in any way.
Right.
He knows your relationship with the unicorns. He's heard information on how you fight. He's still on guard 100%.
Okay. But the glow's gone, you know.
Yeah.
I need to do an initiative roll. 19.
7.
So as my hands go up, I'm like, Cudgel, we just want our boy back. And then instantly, my hand goes like this.
As soon as your hand goes like that, he starts to pull his dagger towards Castiel's neck, but you're just too quick on the draw.
And when I hit him, I snatch and I say, Aranea, catch. And that at that moment, I face step and I get right into his face. The glaive comes back and I'm like, this is for Tarani. Jab it up through his sternum.
Roll an attack. With advantage.
Sandir just said, I'll be your fucking Huckleberry.
Does a 19 hit?
19 definitely hits.
And as I stab it up through his sternum, you can almost see the imprint of the blade come up through the front of his face as the power from the unicorn hair just pulses through and splits his face apart, singeing it.
He starts to choke and gasp on the blade.
It's bigger than us now, you know. You just lost a very powerful ally. Good luck when you get back. You'll need it.
And he slides down and chokes on his own blood and dies. Aranea, do you do the poison thing?
So I catch Castiel, and the moment that I have him, I drop down to the ground, pull down his mask, and put both my hands on his face
You
to
put
cast.
Bofa on his face.
Both hands on his face. And as I bring his face close to mine, forehead to forehead, as I cast protection from poison.
I'm immediately searching his body for what might look like an antidote.
Castiel, roll me a death saving throw.
I'm trying to help you.
18.
Awesome. Roll me one more constitution saving throw for the toxin. Wait, it's gone. She killed it. It's gone. All right. Does anybody have anything to heal Castiel?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Echo can just...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Podcast, let us all remember the moment where I said, does anybody have anything to heal? And Echo acted like it was totally obvious that they had something to heal.
They are
Anyway. Oh my God. If I had a nickel for not that type of cleric that was said on
Yeah,
this
all the time.
podcast.
It's said a lot. Like, to be fair, I say it a lot.
All right.
Help us
Yeah,
now.
Go for the heal.
So as I look over and see Echo start to heal, and I've got the glaive in my hand and I start to glow again, I turn and look at the hidden daggers. And I'm just panting. I'm like,
You see each one of them, the markings on them glow red, and then they completely lose color and they drop dead.
that was easy.
Fuck off. Yeah, it's just cure wounds, little D8 damage.
Rania gives Castiel like a little pat on the cheek. Hey,
You're going to
Wake
figure
up.
out what that D8 is.
I will
I'm
eventually.
gonna
I'll
go
remember.
sit down beside Cass.
That is going to be
You're fine.
13 points.
God damn.
he's fine.
Get up.
Good morning. How are you?
Cass, don't be mad. I hit you again.
Thanks.
Glad to have you back, bud.
And Now we sit in this dark room, the four of you back together with these two dead individuals and their four lackeys with these weird markings and this humming device over where the portal once was.
Echo's gonna go look at the device.
Okay.
Echo's gonna go look at the thing.
And I'm going to reach back out to my sister.
Yep. The whole time that you've been like, you were fading in and out, she's been like, Cass, you've got to stay with me.
I'm here. I'm okay. I pulled through. It's over.
You son of a bitch, get over here so I can kick your ass myself.
It's gonna be a minute. Sigh. I love you.
Love you too, you fucking idiot.
There's a 16 on Echo's investigation.
With a 16, you see that there is a defense mechanism on the stone for if anybody tried to remove it or anything like that, it'll cast a hellish rebuke. But if you can get past that, you can remove the stone.
I'm gonna grab it.
Cool.
Do you tell the class about it?
No, why would Echo ever say anything before acting?
Because I have so much health.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
We love those.
Echo also has a lot of health,
That was a 13.
which is what I hate the most. 13 fails.
Yeah.
24 damage.
Echo drops.
What the
Oh,
As this Echo reaches out and goes to touch it, and Echo is crispy.
I go, oh my God. Cass, give me a second. And I walk over to Echo. I put my hand on their shoulder and I dump my last two healing words into them.
You kept 2. Nice.
That's 5.
Thanks.
As Echo says thanks, a puff of smoke comes out of their mouth.
You good?
I fixed it.
You know what? You did great.
Good for you.
As I walk back over,
As they're like, I fixed it, the portal opens back up.
I go over to where Cass is.
7 or 8 different sets of hands reach through the portal and grab all of you and pull you through. You are surrounded by these people that are here to celebrate you and love you and have this deserved rest.
So we do like the brotherly, like the brother arm shake where we grab each other's forearms and I go, Sandcastle for the win.
Oh, Sandcastle. I like that. And I put a hand on Aranea's shoulder. I'm like, that was good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Of course.
I hate to be that person. We forgot something important, Castiel.
What?
We've got a big Vishtari problem, and I just remembered that.
I don't have the energy.
We might need it.
After we sleep.
Yeah.
I agree. I laid down. I just plopped down beside Castiel. I'm like, yeah, Sandcastle.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's good.
Yeah, that's good. And as you guys sort of plop, do you fall? Like, do you pass out from like exhaustion or
What a
like?
party to get to.
Oh, I feel like I got literally carried on 2 people's shoulders.
Yeah.
And you just kind of drop me. And I just kind of pass out right there.
My eyes shoot back open. I only got hit like once. Hold on.
I was about to say, you're fine.
Party.
Honestly, Castiel got fucked in comparison. Echo also surprisingly right there at the end got fucked, but that was out of choice.
Yeah.
I'll bring you some food, bud.
Simon and Psionic are going to grab you from the exhaustion and take you to somewhere to sleep.
Maybe the recovery room.
Yeah, sure. The recovery room.
What was the room that y'all were helping in?
That was at the
Infirmary.
no, that's the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
I'm thinking of the wrong plane.
Yeah, but you're
Yep.
also thinking of an infirmary.
Yeah, I'm talking about a G6, and you're over here in a G5. Sorry, that's a plane joke, guys. Welcome to Gulfstream. But yeah, a little while later, I think after some rest, you wake up and Psionica's there. She hasn't left your side. A couple other people. I'm assuming the rest of you have kind of partaken in some festivities. There's definitely a lot to behold. There's food and celebration. There's a whole parade going through the city, celebrating the return of the men that left the tribe of lost men. Oh, damn, there's the name. Came in right there at the end. Clutch. What do you think Echo, Aranea, and Sandira are doing during this time?
I think we're Sandira is just partaking in the festivities. And as the dudes come back, get up there and welcome them back too. I just met them like an hour ago, and there's just been a lot happening. I'm like, yeah, that was us too. Woo.
Aranea is sitting like on top of a table with her legs crossed with, I guess, other people around her, and she's telling the grave story about everything she did. Fuck the rest of you. She did a lot.
Yeah.
And so she's kind of like bragging and boasting about all of her conquest and all that.
That's so cool.
I love it.
That's great.
What does Echo do?
Echo has found a bottle of whatever it is everyone is drinking and has found somewhere to sit. And Echo's just processing all of the really important shit that hasn't been able to actually get processed yet.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Finally starting to unpack some of that
there's
baggage.
there's a lot of shit that has happened to Echo specifically that it's been, we'll deal with it later, it's going in the vault. So it's silent, like eyes kind of like disassociated.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it. Completely zonked out.
Yeah.
Got it. A lot of the men that have come back have come to find their wives and are celebrating and having the best time with them. There's a lot of dancing and re-courting. Amicus meets back up with his wife and gives her the lovin's she deserves.
That's a pair of tens, right? Like,
oh, yeah, for
okay,
sure.
cool.
110%.
I wanted to verify that. I knew that deep
Like
in
they
my
were
soul.
prom queen, prom king.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a pair of tens right there.
I think Amicus talks to Nox at some point, and he's like, "Hey, let that boy of yours know he did good out there. We think him and I work pretty well together."
Cuts back to I'm gonna climb the window. I assume we're gonna sneak in. Castiel, let's fight at the front.
You can't kill him.
Oh,
Nox looks at Amicus and shakes his hand and goes, "Thank you, brother. I appreciate you."
always.
And he gives you a hug and he says, "Now go enjoy that wife of yours. It's been too long."
Tell me about it.
Castiel wakes up. Psionica's there. All right. I hate when you do that.
Punches him.
Well, there's a lot of festivities going on in your name. Might be able to find yourself some nice little shadow elf female if you're interested. They love heroes down here.
You want his potent ass to go fuck somebody?
Yeah, I'm all down for the festivities, but I think I'm gonna put a hold on that part of the festivities for a minute.
Okay. Well, you seemed kind of antsy about getting out of Lunas through the portal. Did you want to go back and... Was there something you forgot?
There's some bigger things at play here. Cudgel and Crookjaw were only pawns in something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't want this to ever happen to anyone else, other children, part of me wants me to make sure it doesn't ever happen again. I will find my way back home, but I won't have... I couldn't sleep a full night knowing that there's something I could have done.
Do you think we should go back and check and see if they had anything important on them? I can open that shit back up, dog. I'm powerful. She like emits like this massive light and is like, I don't feel a thing.
Simon starts stretching. I feel like a brand new man.
Yeah, I think it might be smart to see if there was something on them that could point us in the right direction.
Let's go check real quick. Simon, you want to come?
Sure.
Cool. She leans in, gives you a kiss on the lips. All of a sudden, all of this weariness and weighed down feeling that you've had immediately cleansed from you. It's like you were moments before you died. Nothing's changed.
I feel alive again. No, sorry. I feel great.
Right, okay.
Making out with an Energizer bunny.
All right. She walks you guys down to the room where the portal is. Zim, zim, sally, bim. And the door opens up. You see the 2 dead bodies there. And you also see the professor. The one that was working on the portal. Not the professor you know. A different professor.
Not Doc.
Yeah, not Doc. The professor. 2 different guys.
Remind me of this professor again.
He's the guy that was working on the portals down here.
Oh.
Getting them up and running.
Yeah, there was the whole like, will he help us? Won't he help us? No, come back. He's like, well, make up your fucking mind.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's down there looking at the bodies. Specifically the 4 that just kind of dropped.
Professor?
Hello. Good to see the portal works good.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Well, just doing a little bit of scientific investigation, if you will.
What have you found so far?
I found 4 dead guys with a bunch of runes on them.
Is he telling the truth?
Yeah.
Does it feel like he's holding back anything is what I'm trying to figure out.
Roll an insight.
That's a nat 20 for 22.
He is definitely hesitant to share some information.
Professor, you telling me everything?
Well, the thing is, they got all these marks from these hellish runes that just don't really make sense to be here. But, they looked like they were some kind of controls from some kind of great devil.
A great devil.
Right. And if I'm right,
And he walks over to Cudgel and turns his hand and he's like, there it is. And he turns the hand over and there's this big sigil on his hand. And he goes, that's the mark of Bahamut right there.
Bahamut. Do I know anything of Bahamut?
He's not a dragon god in this world. Maybe you know some kind of lore about devils. Do you think Castiel would have been a scholar of hell planes at any point?
He is proficient in history. It's possible he
Go
came
ahead and
across
give it a
it.
roll. Give it a roll then.
He may have came across it in passing,
And
but
there's
I don't think it probably would have been like significant. 9. So yeah, probably just something
you've read that Bahamut is a greater devil that is known for controlling the mind.
Yeah, I think I've read something about he was some devil or something. A lot of like mind control type stuff.
Right. He story goes he controlled a whole religious faction that all were convinced that he was some good lord, and then they went on a crusade that killed thousands, and eventually it was found out that he was a devil in disguise. Well, you mind if I take one of these guys with me? And he's pointing at one of the 4 peons.
Go ahead.
Cool, thanks. And he goes to start dragging one. He's like 3 feet tall. He's like, and he gives a little clap and goes, Belarus, come forth. And this giant robotic husky runs through. Woof, woof, woof. And he attaches the body to the back of Belarus and hops on and goes, oh yeah! And they go running off. That's the last you see of him. And now you are there with Cudgel and Crookjaw's corpses and a dragonborn arm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, Simon, if y'all could help me, just whatever you find on them, let's just put it on in a pile and go through it.
Sure. Roll me an investigation for Simon.
Nat 20.
Fuck you. I was like, yeah, it's a flat roll for Psionica too. It's a 10. Not that great.
17.
Okay, cool. You go looking through. You find a note that is filled with these scribblings and etchings. And at the bottom, it says Elaine. And it has like a feather in the signature. And you can read it because it's in Thieves' Camp, which means that you can. It says, you must get rid of Aranea and her group. They cannot come back and cause me any more trouble. If you do, I will ensure that the Hidden Daggers and the Vishtari's alliance continues on. If you can capture Aranea alive, good. Because I'd prefer to kill her myself. And then underneath that, you can read Elaine with a feather. It doesn't say Elaine with a feather. There's Elaine and then a feather. And then you find an antidote for that poison. And you find one more vial of that poison. It is a vial of nerve decay. And Simon, while you're investigating, we'll say that you were on Cudgel, he was on Crookjaw. While you're investigating, you find a picture on Crookjaw's person. And in that picture, a younger Crookjaw and two little shadow elves. And he's got a hand on the back of either one of them. It looks like clasped around the shoulder a little too tightly. And he's doing this crooked smile at the camera or the picture, whatever took this picture. And both of the elves look very scared. But they are putting on this fake, terrified smile.
Oh, no.
What's oh no?
Do what you will with this. And I hand it to Castiel.
And you see a picture taken from a long time ago of you and Psionica the day that you stole. You see that it's a picture of both of you after you basically swore yourselves into the Hidden Daggers to make up for your quote-unquote wrongdoings.
Sai, you want the honors?
No, I don't think I do.
I folded up and put it in my pocket.
Okay. I guess that's fine.
I don't know what I want to do with it yet.
I'm sure you'll hopefully find something useful for it for sure. Anything else? You guys see anything?
Yeah, I'm going to take one of those big fangs out of Crookjaw's mouth.
Okay.
Pop.
Cool. You take one of his teeth. Do you take his arm?
No, I just leave it all there to rot.
As he's over there, he goes, "Hey, is that the arm with the rune etched into it, laying on the ground?"
No. Cudgel is the one that had the rune etched into his hand.
Well, it might be useful to sketch that down somewhere.
Yeah.
You can take the hand if you want.
Pull out my scimitar. Slink.
And Simon pulls out a little Ziploc bag. Don't ask questions.
Cudgel all of a sudden goes, "Holy fuck! I was just playing, dude." No, he's dead. You get the hand with the mark of Bahamut.
I guess that's all we're gonna glean from here.
Let's go have some fun. Let's stop dawdling in the past. She puts a hand out to you.
I take her hand.
And she puts out a hand to Simon.
I slap his hand away. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Come
kidding.
on.
behave. And she takes both your hands and goes, ready? And here we go. And she starts skipping forward.
We skip along.
We're just going to run all the way back.
No, there's a portal open.
Oh, yeah. Whoop.
Yeah.
There it is.
I hate this. There's a portal open.
And then it closes.
Your original portal, your original making fun of me portal noise was better than the actual portal noise I made.
Yeah.
You guys go through the portal and everybody has a wonderful couple of days.
That night I do go up to Aranea.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, thanks to you.
I'm glad you're not dead. Your best friend owes me money, though.
My best friend.
Don't worry about it.
Owes you money?
Don't worry about it.
How much does he owe you?
We'll say 15 gold.
I'll give you 30.
Oh. I'll take it,
But-
actually.
But I actually do give you 30 gold. But I do thank you. I couldn't have done that without any of you, but the reason I'm not dying of poison. Speaking of poison, I found this vial. It seems to be in your wheelhouse. Maybe you could figure out a way to use it to your advantage or even recreate it, and whatever's coming forward, maybe you could figure out how to use this for good instead of the evil they were using it for. And I also have an antidote. Maybe we could recreate this stuff. But it's not my wheelhouse.
I'll take it. You're very smart to give this to me, actually. And she takes it and she puts it in the very few compartments that she has on her body. she puts it in her titty pocket, actually.
You see spider legs come out and slowly pull it down.
I love that. One spider per vial.
Tucked up in your titties.
Ooh.
Spitties.
Tiders.
But yeah, I will most definitely be sure to look into this and see what it is. Did you all find anything interesting?
There was a note on one of the bodies. It read. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna hand you the note. I think it's better if you just read it yourself.
Isn't it these cat?
Oh, it's in these. You know what?
Hand you the note and you read Elaine with a feather underneath it.
I transcribe it
She's
for you. That way you can read it in your own personal time.
At this point, could have just read it out loud.
She takes it and she's just gonna read it right there because she's like, okay,
Do you remember what it said?
yes.
Thank God. Okay.
And
Along the lines of you have to get rid of Aranea and her group. They cannot cause any more trouble. If you do, I'll ensure the alliance with the Vishtari and the Hidden Daggers. And then something about capturing you alive.
And at this point, Arena starts laughing. And laughing soon turns into a hysterical, almost maniac laugh as she clutches her stomach and almost bends over. And she looks towards the sky and she's like, this is going to be wonderful.
Who is this Elaine?
My dear sweet sister.
As Aranea was reading the note, both spiders came crawling out and also read along. And as you start to kind of hysterically laugh, one of them is all for it and is so excited. And there's another one that is trying to bring you down from that and keep you grounded.
After I was like, oh, it's my dear sweet sister. And I start talking using cast Speak with Animals. And I'm just like, Mom, the family's getting back together again.
When you cast Speak with Animals, do you feel like you say the words and normal people would be able to hear what you're saying normally? but the magic converts it into like spider for the things like to the spider you're talking to. So like, would Castiel be able to understand what you're saying? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes. I don't know if he knows if I'm talking to the spiders or not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I just want to see if
You
he
look
hears,
like you're talking to your teddy.
We're gonna see it again.
which Aranea is always doing.
Talking to
Yeah.
my team.
It's weird you named your left titty mom.
Awesome. Well,
I think that night, as Sandira turns in, he makes his staff go away.
actually, very important thing for Sandira. As you make that staff go away, all of a sudden you hear in your pocket, bring, 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 bring.
Oh yeah,
Zoom call.
Oh, I forgot he upgraded this thing, and it's like ringing, and I'm like turning it over, and I finally see a little thing that looks like a button. I go, ching ching. Yeah.
Hey, Sandira, you good?
Oh, Tyrion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is my little pillow guy all right?
All right, but yeah, big news. We killed Crookjaw and Cudgel.
Okay.
Oh, I found Castiel. He's alive,
Oh, good. That's awesome, actually.
and of course, Echo is here with us, and we're good. I mean, he did almost die when we were fighting, but it's fine. I hit him again, and I'll explain it. But
Okay.
yeah, and we're back in Noctis, and we were being celebrated, and I probably just gonna tuck it out, man.
Okay, well, I mean, we're ready whenever you guys are. Just no rush. Enjoy the time. You guys deserve it. You've been working hard, and when you're ready, we'll crack this puppy back open for you.
Okay, mom and dad good?
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, I know what that means. Okay, next topic.
I'm gonna throw up. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. The unicorns got really hyper for a minute there. I'm assuming it had something to do with you.
Yeah, that was a hell of a fight, Tyrion. You should have seen it.
Forgive me, I'm not necessarily super excited about like murdering people, but like I didn't think you were either, but I think you've changed a little, bud. Nothing wrong with it, but I think you're I don't know if you can go back to just hanging around town.
What do you mean?
I don't know, dude. I just feel like you've kind of outgrown that pond. I mean, look at you. You saved one plane from giants and another plane from a notoriously evil thieves guild, and you just talked about how awesome it was, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I've just been so bent on getting rid of these guys that, like, I don't know, I never stopped to think about that.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, you've changed a lot, man. Regardless of how you might see the changes, proud of you. You did a great job, man. No one else could have done it except for you guys.
Thank you. And I'm really excited to see you guys again. And we can, I don't know, maybe take a breather, just hang out for a day. Like, I really miss that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we can actually take like a tour of the wilds and
It'd be awesome. You know, Mom would love it.
yeah, that'd be cool. All right, man. Well, have fun.
Yeah.
You deserve it, man.
Thank you. And thanks for all your help. I'll let you know when we're ready.
Love you, bitch. Hangs up.
Holds his middle finger up at the sending stone, like, yeah, take that. And he puts it away. And as he sits down on his little bed, whatever he's doing, he's thinking about what Tyrion said. And he considers, like, maybe that's the end of having to take a life. Though they didn't deserve to be here, but I could do without that for a little while. And I'm just thinking back to the fight. Like, I don't feel like I relied on my magic that much. I just went at him, and it worked out pretty well. Maybe I'll consider what he said. Maybe I'll consider what Kalamesh was talking about. Maybe it is time for me to find my own footing. I'll sleep on it. Sandcastle.
Echo?
What is going to bed like for Echo tonight?
Echo might be a little drunk. I'm not gonna lie. It's a exhausted, confused, frustrated, exceptionally frustrated drunk stumble to wherever they've said that like our people can go sleep.
Perfect.
It's nothing controlled like it usually is.
Right. You go walking through one of the doors. When you open the door, it opens back to that massive library where you met Kelimvor, Tyr, and another god.
The pain one.
Ilmater,
Yeah.
correct. And now the room is a mess. There are books everywhere. There's a little bit of fire caught on one of the curtains. And the big comfy chair, the big uncomfortable chair has been pushed over. There's no one in here currently. And you hear a bit of yelling from one of the hallways.
Of course, there's always something. There's always something, isn't there? There just can't just be a moment. There can't ever just be time. There's always something. And as Echo is just fucking mumbling to themselves, they go following the noise.
As you follow the noise, it gets louder and louder, and you just hear yelling. Get back in there, you! And as you follow, you see Kelimvor in his big fuzzy robe on the torture rack that Ilmater had. He is now being kind of absorbed by this black ichor that you kind of passed on to him. And Tyr looks like he's taking some kind of brand and just kind of poking it into him. And they couldn't be paying less attention to you. In fact, as you're looking at them, you kind of look back to yourself and you feel like you look small and look back up, and they're like 10 times the size of you working on this. And someone comes walking up to you and goes, "How you doing?"
Who the fuck are you?
Name's Jace. I'm Tia's champion. I'm assuming you're Echo, judging by all the scales.
Clearly.
Pleasure. Yeah. Not looking good for your man over there.
What's happening?
They're working to make some kind of barriers and charms. Tyr's doing his best with what he's got, but that crotchety old Ilmater, I don't see how he can help much. And then another person comes up and they say, "Don't judge Ilmater, okay? He's a good man. He's bearing the pain of everyone around him." And you hear a crack as a cat of nine tails lashes his back. "Hey, pleasure to meet you, Echo. Name's Don."
Uh-huh. Well, this has been a pleasure. This is great. This is fantastic. What is it?
Well, it seems like you might have infected your god with a curse from another god.
Huh?
Yeah. It's not looking too good for him, but old Ilmater is definitely taking a lot of the pain from him with that rack. And you see the rack slowly pulls some of the ichor away, and you see that some of it gets put onto Ilmater. But something about Ilmater and the way that his power works, he's able to kind of shrug off this ichor. But he can't. For every ounce that he pulls off, another ounce forms.
Can I just go touch it?
They're really big right now. But yeah, you can definitely go and touch it if you'd like.
Because like if absorption's the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I did it. If I can take it, I can fix it.
Right. It's in this current state, it looks like a lot more than you took on.
Right.
But yeah, you can definitely try.
It's the 2 + 2 is fish.
Of course.
Yeah.
As you go to start walking up, Jace goes, I don't think that's maybe the best idea. Hey man, they're the champion. So you gotta let them do what they gotta do, especially when it comes to their deity. Fair enough, Don. Right, do what you want, Echo. Let's see what you got. And you walk up to this massive skyscraper-like form of your deity. And you walk up to his big toe, which is this pool of dark black ichor that shines like oil. And you feel bubbling from it.
Yeah, I imagine it would just be the same thing that Echo's always done, which is the brute force radiant energy. Mm-hmm. Just let me burn through like my own limits.
Right. Okay, cool. You reach out and you attempt to start pulling this power. Immediately you see this radiant energy coming from Celebor, and it's siphoning into Echo. If you were always on a plane with your god, this is how it would always look. Mm-hmm. This is the power that they have channeling through you. This ichor that is overpowering even your god and 2 other gods. You attempt to push through it, and you clear this small space on the toe, and then the ichor forms back around, and you feel it start pulling you in. Mm-hmm. What goes through Echo's mind in that instant?
Feet are getting planted. Mm-hmm. It's pure stubborn willpower. It's the only thing that's ever kept Echo going. Cool. Like, I will not fall. This is my place.
The ichor begins to envelop you, and it gets thicker and thicker, and it's pulling you, and your feet just won't move. You are enshrouded in a darkness, and just as quick as that flash of darkness happens, a massive engulfing of light happens to the room, and you feel another hand on your other shoulder. The room flashes bright. Everyone's eyes are flat, for intents and purposes, flashbanged, and for a moment are blinded. And you open your eyes back up, and to either side of you are the King of Shadows and the Queen of Light. Each one of them looks at you and smiles, and then they put their hands together and pour this magic into Kelemvor through you. And the ichor on his body gets more compact and more compact until it is on a very small dot in the center of his chest. One of them pulls out, puts the compacted ichor in, locks it, and puts it back on the chest. Well, we've done what we can. Yeah, that's right, honey. We have done what we can do. Hey, kid. Thanks for getting people to believe in us again. The other one goes, yeah, hon. Really appreciate what you did for us. Everything around you is frozen at this moment. She goes, now that locket right there, it's going to be good for a while, but it's not going to be permanent. At some point, it's going to break. It's not going to be good when it does, so
I hate to say it, but I think you're on another quest to fix it. It could be bad for the whole pantheon, honestly.
Which god was it? What am I dealing with?
And they try and peer into it and go, it's definitely some god of trickery, some god of a chaotic nature, because it's very impossible to track, of course. But anyway, you need to find something quick. We'll give you what we can.
And I appreciate it. Okay.
We'll help old Kelly Belly out. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Come here, you two. And Jace and Don come walking up. Jace does this like very respectable, just honorable bow. And Don prostrates himself in front of them, lashing his back again. Now, you two gotta help, because this could mean big no-nos for everyone here, all right? Yeah. It could be real bad. So, make sure you're all working together. All right? Sounds good? Sounds good.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth. I didn't do anything.
Did I say you did anything?
It's just that we're gonna backtrack to the getting people to believe in you again. I haven't done anything.
You protected our champion.
Huh?
And his sister. Now we need to focus.
Focused.
Don't forget you three. Teamwork. And the King of Shadows waves his hand. Your eyes go black as if you blinked, but you definitely didn't. And then you are laying up in a bed in the Shadow world. I want to say Shadow Realm so bad. Oh, but no. In Noctis. Very drunk. Still.
Yeah. Where's Castiel?
Who knows? Castiel, what is the end of your night like?
I'm thinking, I don't know, drinking with the boys. It's Simon,
Hell yeah.
Amicus, Nox,
Sandira.
and
Wow.
Cass. Are all
Wasted.
just sitting around this little round table,
Hell yeah.
just going drink for drink, telling stories, and Cass and Sandira reliving that moment, and
Simon goes,
just boys' night drinking at the table.
"Oh, I'm such a lightweight." And Sandira goes, "I gave you water." And Amicus goes, "Ha ha ha ha."
And there's just like a
Nox leans over to Amicus and goes, I switched out his water.
You dirty dog.
I want to crash boys' night so bad.
there's like the Simon and Cass are sitting next to each other, and Sandira's on the other side of Cass, and there's like Cass is like getting drunk, and he just smooches Simon on the cheek and be like, "I love you, man."
Turns a little red. I'm saving myself for your sister.
like a brother, like a brother.
Oh, I know. Come here, guy.
Is Psionica allowed in this group?
I mean, yeah, they're welcome to crash it. I'm just saying that's probably like at some point there ended up being a boys' table, and if they come up, they come up. It's not going to crash the party.
I think at some point Psionica does come up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something that they didn't have the luxury of doing for a long time. A genuine, just relaxed, not survival party. And that goes off without a hitch. I just assume you're going to do the outro at these points now.
If there's a solid one at the end of one that doesn't miss any of the marks, keeping
All right,
it.
here we go. Hey, we got.
I think that might actually just be the outro. Hey, it's Tyler, and personally, I don't think funny business is funny enough. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the mid-season finale of Season 1 of Legends in Training. This is what it's all led to. Of course, now there are even more questions. What's up with Bahamut? Why did Cudgel say they were losing a powerful ally? I guess that'll have to be answered once we return to Thistleheim. We will be taking a short break from this story over the next few uploads. We'll be playing a short-form campaign ran by our very own Dakota, who plays Castiel. We'll be taking a journey through Mavala, an entirely original campaign setting. This gives us a chance to dip into something new and fresh, and also gives Zack a chance to be in the player's seat for once. And of course, we'll be jumping right back into Thistleheim shortly after that. We'll also be taking a small break from uploading to give, well, yours truly a bit of a breather as well. The first episode of Mavala will go live 3 to 4 weeks from now, depending on scheduling. To stay up to date and to know when that drops for sure, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AreWeLegend. Wherever you happen to be listening, be sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever you can do to help push us in the algorithms. It's such a huge help, and we greatly appreciate everyone who's been doing that already. We see it. And we like it. Until next time, when we see you in Mavala, we are Legends in Training.
What issues do you have with him?
That I don't have them.
Oh my god.
For those playing the drinking game at home, that is another shot for Aranea being horny.
And then not going to do anything about it.
I was wrong. I was supposed to be saying Crookjaw. Crookjaw was the one we saw with the crown.
No, it was Cudgel.
Okay.
Cudgel was on y'all's side. Crookjaw was on Castiel's side.
Okay, 'cause she said Crookjaw, and it confused me.
Then Phoenix fucked up.
Okay.
I said a name.
No, I said the name. I said you saw Crookjaw.
Yeah.
You
it
saw
was
Cudgel?
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't know where we were going with that.
Go ahead and spit the drink back out, folks.
I didn't know we were doing a retake. Wait, do it again.
No, it's fine. Tyler can just cut in the you saw Cudgel and then you just do your thing.
Can I hear you just say, like, Cudgel a couple times?
Cudgel?
And then do a longer, more drawn-out one?
Cudgel.
There it
Now
is.
do horny.
Cudgel.
Okay, now I've got it.
I got you the 3 options. I got it. I got it.
Cool.